gosh, this rest area is terrible, but with the hours of service I had to stop here or nowhere else because there was nowhere else to go. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Drop and Hook. Hey everybody, welcome to Drop and Hook episode 4. This is coming from a rest area somewhere here in Mississippi, and this place is, well, it's a place to park the truck for 10 hours. That's about it. So, this is the news that we've got coming up this week. The Tesla Semi was spotted. One of the two prototypes that they have was actually spotted after being MIA for the past few weeks. They had said it, Tesla... Elon Musk has actually been saying that they've had them running some actual production runs between their battery factory and their actual car auto factory. So they've been doing runs, but then they said people have actually spotted one of the two trucks out in the Midwest, and they said they saw it in St. Louis, Oklahoma, Texas, and then it went back to home in California, and it hadn't been seen for over a month. Well, it was just currently sighted at their supercharger station that they have in Kettleman City, California. So it is still undergoing the testing that it has out there to try and get this thing ready for production, to be ready for next year for delivery, but that's where it is right now. So it actually is out on the road yet again. Right now, they're also getting some information coming back from the two hard deadline, the soft and the hard deadline for the ELD mandate. They've actually seen that the impact was not as bad as a lot of people in the industry were expecting, but it also wasn't as predicted as what a lot of people were thinking. They said there was no major industry impact, and the data that they got was out of Chicago, so they're using one of the larger economic areas to try and test this. They said that there wasn't any major difference there as far as rejections of loads, anything like that. They did say that drivers seem to be stopping to make a load on time rather than try to stop because they're tired. So what they're seeing right now is that there is a problem with this. This is not making it any safer, like a lot of drivers had already said it was not going to. They'd said that this may actually be having an adverse effect on sleep, and in fact some drivers right now might actually be more tired after the ELD mandate than they were before. So it's not working according to them. They also said loads around 750 miles are the ones most affected by the rejections. They said in Chicago alone, they were seeing 30 to 40% rejection of loads that were going around 750 to 900 miles. That's because a lot of the companies, if they don't have teams, they were going to reject that load, because to take it on a solo run, you would still have to drop it and have another trucker pick it up, and then you'd have to split the load. So that's coming up. Also, this one's good for all of us. The Senate is now pushing the FMCSA chief to reform the hours of service rules. They're saying the Senate is claiming it's become more apparent that the hours of service does not provide enough flexibility for safe vehicle operations. They want a common sense framework, not one size fits all. Basically, they're looking at it and they're showing the FMCSA chief that it isn't doing what it's intended. People are more unsafe out here now than they were before. So they want them to actually go through and actually do a reform on the rules for different trucking, different things out there, especially when it comes to off-duty stuff. They're trying to figure this out. They're trying to at least do something on it. We'll see what happens on it. Usually when the Senate tells anybody in FMCSA or DOT to do anything, they usually just ignore it. So we're going to see what happens on that. Also, I want all of you that are out there, if you know anybody that is a truck driver, or if you're a truck driver yourself, I'm going to be starting to do a highlight. Basically, I'm going to be creating the Road Warrior of the Week award, and I'll figure out what criteria I want. But I want you all out there, if you know a truck driver or you are one, I want you to figure out what made you a road warrior this last week or the week before, something like that, usually within the last episode time frame. So between now and the next week, what was your thing for being a road warrior out there? I want to know, how far you had to go, what was your hours of service, how much time you had left, the speed of your truck, and of course who you're driving for and whether you're an independent or a company guy. If it's somebody else, talk to them about it, and be sure to have them check this out themselves so that they can actually see, if they actually make it, they can see who's on here. I'll also tell people who are nominated as well. So that's going to be coming up, so just be listening for the Road Warrior of the Week award coming here from Drop and Hook. That's it for now. I will see you later.